Hello, everybody, wherever you are in the world. My name is Viola Edward, and I'm here with my colleague and darling sister, Dr. Ela Manga, sharing with you about our creation, the BQ Breath Intelligence Observation. We've been doing some recording about 10 of those parameters that we created in the first phase. And now we are going to number 9, which is which is CO2 tolerance. Good tolerance to carbon dioxide in the blood will prevent overbreathing and will support calm breathing at rest, resulting in improving cellular respiration. To score and assess CO2 tolerance, we can time how many seconds we are able to hold the breath after a normal exhale before feeling the first urge to breathe. A good BQ, breath intelligence indicator, is the ability to hold a comfortable pause of 20 seconds after a normal exhalation. The longer we are able to hold the pause, the greater our tolerance to carbon dioxide and the more efficient cellular respiration will be. This test is best done first thing in the morning on waking. Note that the conscious breath holding as a test is different from unconscious breath holding, which would indicate a suboptimal breathing pattern. Dr. Ela Manga, a pioneer in her field as a medical doctor in the integrative medicine and including and integrating the breath and the energy in her practice, that include mind, body, emotion, and spirit, will be explaining as a co-creator of this document, explaining to us what does it mean.
Thank you, Viola. So, we've been speaking a lot about the other parameters of breath intelligence, like respiratory rate, like diaphragmatic breathing. And so now we come to a more technical or chemical aspect of breath work. And this can be quite confusing. Yeah.
And I know many of us are, I know many of us being breath worker or breath lovers or clients who would love to hear more about that, the function and the chemistry of the breath. Yes.
So I'll try to simplify this.
Yes.
Many of us think that, when we breathe in, we're taking in oxygen and we're breathing out carbon dioxide. Okay, and that carbon dioxide is a waste product, and we need to breathe out carbon dioxide. And in fact, our breathing, our efficient breathing, is very much dependent on and related to oxygen. We're breathing in the air that we breathe in has oxygen, it has carbon dioxide, it has nitrogen, it has other gases too that are not required for breathing. But when it comes to gaseous exchange, the body absorbs the oxygen, the cells uses the oxygen in the mitochondria and releases carbon dioxide and water, which we then exhale. But we also exhale some level of oxygen too. So what I'm trying to say is that it's not as simple as breathing in oxygen and breathing out carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
Our breath is initiated by the level of carbon dioxide in the blood. And I touched on that earlier in one of our earlier parameters when we spoke about resting respiratory rate.
Yes.
So when the body senses that there's a certain level of carbon dioxide in the blood, the diaphragm will contract and we draw in inspiration. Okay. So we can see now that we need a certain level of carbon dioxide in order for us to breathe. Oxygen works hand in hand with carbon dioxide, right? So when we can tolerate a higher level of carbon dioxide in the blood, we are able to reduce our respiratory rate because our breathing is more efficient. Right. So, for example, people who live at higher altitudes naturally cultivate or develop a higher tolerance for carbon dioxide because the oxygen level in the air is lower.
Mm.
They have found that they have healthier lifestyles or they have better health in general. Okay. And this may be one of the reasons why. But we can also train ourselves to tolerate more carbon dioxide, and in doing so, increase the efficiency of our breathing mechanism. So that's one level. The other aspect of it is, in order for the oxygen molecule to be released from hemoglobin. Okay, so hemoglobin is what carries oxygen in the blood. Okay, so oxygen is connected to hemoglobin. It gets carried to the cell. The hemoglobin releases the oxygen molecule to be utilized by the cell. Okay. But what will cause the release of the oxygen into the cell is the level of carbon dioxide in the blood. Okay. So this is a basic kind of understanding that we have when we study cellular metabolism, is that oxygen will be released from hemoglobin when there is a certain level of carbon dioxide in the blood. So the more we can tolerate carbon dioxide, the more efficient our cellular metabolism will be, the more efficient cellular respiration will be. So the healthier every cell will be, and the healthier the whole system will be. And so we can train ourselves to hold the pause after the exhalation and train that pause before we initiate the next inhalation. So it's just something to be aware of.
Okay, shall we do an exercise, Ela?
Mm-hmm.
Can you guide?
Okay, right. So I'm going to just guide a very gentle breath awareness. And at the end of the exhalation, we're just going to create a pause before we take the next inhale, all right? And let's just see how long that pause feels comfortable for us, all right? And then we'll go into a box breathing practice, which is also another way to increase our carbon dioxide tolerance, all right? So just inhale and exhale normally. Another inhale and exhale, but hold now. Hold that pause before you take the next breath. And just feel into that pause before you feel like you need to take the next breath. Relax in that space. And when the next breath comes, just allow it. So that should give you a kind of indication around how much your body is able to tolerate that build-up of carbon dioxide after you do the exhale, right? Because it's after the exhale that the body will start to build up its carbon dioxide levels. And when it reaches a certain level, it will initiate an inhale. Right. So let's practice box breathing now. And box breathing is breaking the breath down into 4 parts: the inhalation, the pause, the exhalation, and the pause after the exhale. And we're going to do each part for a count of 4.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's just begin with a nice full inhale and soft exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale and pause. And inhale, pause, Exhale. And pause. Beautiful. Good. And so you can practice this and increase the time. So you can increase to count of 5 or 6, whatever feels comfortable for you. And so you can do this as a way to practice carbon dioxide tolerance, but also as a way to boost your cellular metabolism and create a sense of calm focus.
Very good. Thank you so much. And let's go to our number 10, which is yawns and sighs.
Yes.
Both yawns and sighs are natural recovery loops. They are inbuilt psychologically, physiologically reflexes that boost parasystematic activity, relaxation response, and are part of the body's natural way of maintaining homeostasis. The expanded inhalation of the yawns and the tone that proceed aside maintain the integrity of lung expansion. These reflexes can also be used consciously as a technique to aid relaxation and release tension. However, continuous and habitual yawning and sighing that is out of context could indicate dysfunctional breathing pattern, underlying illness or psychological stress. All yours, Ela.
Yes. Yeah, we've been touching on this concept of body's intelligence and the way the body maintains a state of balance and homeostasis. And so balancing energy and relaxation through the breath is one of the ways that the body maintains homeostasis. And so yawns and sighs are inbuilt as part of the body's intelligence to maintain balance between energy and relaxation. So they are natural recovery loops. So every time we yawn and we sigh, the body's parasympathetic or rest and digest mode gets activated. So this is a healing mode, okay? And so we've been so conditioned to suppress our yawns and our sighs because they are not socially acceptable. And, the constant suppression of our yawning is one of the reasons our breathing has become dysfunctional. So, get comfortable with yawnings, yawn deliberately. It is a powerful recovery loop to boost your brain, to boost oxygenation, to get energy moving through your body again. And the sigh is it's not just a sigh of exasperation or exhaustion. It's also just a way to naturally release stress and tension that builds up during the day.
Yes, very good. So it's interesting how so many things are not accepted socially. And then later we find out that, well, we can actually do them and is a sign of health and freedom, but also is a sign of being able to see if it's too much, how is it related to dysfunctional breathing. So here we arrive to our 10 parameter of this work that we've been doing for some months with Ela. And we want to acknowledge, honor, and thank our many teachers, clients, fellow practitioners, and friends who have all contributed to development of BQ breath intelligence. We look forward to nurturing BQ breath intelligence as it evolves and grows as we do. So I want to thank you all for accompanying us in this journey of sharing with you what we have created for us and for yourself. Now that I was going through again, because as you can imagine, we went through this document many times until it was ready to pass it to you. And every line I read, I really resonate with it and feel so happy to have managed to have the time and the clarity and the advices that we had to put it together for all of us and for us also to practice. So Ela, I know you and me, we're going to be doing many things together. Ela is part of my guest in my training as scientist faculty. And I don't know when, but I can see myself in South Africa with her doing many things, or in different parts of the world. So I want to tell you that we both, together or separately, we are willing to come to your training if you have breathwork training or mindfulness training or mentoring training or coaching training or whatever training you have, to give you this model about the BQ, or in any way that we can help you from distance, or just count on us. This is for all of us. The fact that we have done it, we have done it, but it's for all of us. What do you say, Ela?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Viola. And we're both so passionate about breath, and to be able to share our deepening observations and discoveries is just such a blessing. And yeah, we are committed to supporting your journey with breath, and to support your practice, to support your training. And we are available for one-on-one consultations, for training that you feel that you would like to, if you'd like to take this further. Yeah, we can even custom design a training for you. Viola is incredibly experienced and knowledgeable in her field, and brings such a beautiful understanding and depth and insight into the field of breathwork. And I'm continuously discovering fascinating aspects of breathwork in my own life and in my practice and in my training. And yeah, we are able to offer some exciting programs even online.
Yes.
So yeah, just reach out to us.
Yes.
I'm in part of an organization called Breathwork Africa.
Yes.
So you can find out more, breathworkafrica.co.za, or through my website, drelamanga.com.
And through your book?
Yes, and I have a book that you can find on Amazon. It's called Breathe, Strategizing Energy in the Age of Burnout. And I also have an audio version if you prefer that. And it's really about how to support authentic energy by really cultivating your relationship with your body's intelligence and your
Yes.
breath.
Yes. And myself, I have a book that I wrote in 1998, was published in 1999, and is the Breathing the Rhythm of Success. And it's in English and in Spanish, and hopefully soon in different languages. And another one named Who Makes the Bed? And this is about relationship and how breath is so important in having a nice, successful, beautiful intimacy in the relationship, which is how to build the foundation of a relationship to be able to go through life as this time that we're going through, that we're enclosed together for many hours that we are used to. And also we have a breathwork training into the systemic breathwork, and is under Kayana breathwork too. And we have another business that me and my sister, we have created together, the Great Academy, that we give self-development and always involve the breath online. So that, apart from many other things for human rights and women equity that I do around the world. So I'm with you. It has been a little bit of a marathon, and thanks to the breath, we managed to do this in between all our tasks today. Thank you, Ela, for your time, for your smile, and for your clarity, because it's not only being a medical doctor, it's about the humanity part of being a scientist. This is what I adore about Ela, the way how she can express the way how things work in the human body, with her smile and with her wisdom in expressing it. And we all love now, after this, the human body, and most of us, we dream to have a doctor like you beside us. So, and we have you. Please contact us and contact Ela if you need her, and we will be with you very soon with other part of this breath intelligence and the BQ. Thank you so much, Ela. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, Viola.
And thanks to IBF, International Breathwork Foundation, that created the space that me and Ela, we could meet. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, Ela.
Bye.